What up, tubes? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back.
Yay.
With my brace.
Two-time Olympian Missy Truscott.
Crazy 2 weeks, guys. I just want to thank you all so much for following along, you know, my off-season prep, my contest prep. This was seriously the best prep of my life. I would not change a thing, and I'm super stoked that you guys like came along for the ride with me.
My highlight of the Olympia week.
Yeah.
Well, you walking out was really good. Obviously, when you walked out of Preachers, obviously everyone knows the end of the movie. It's like a disaster.
Yeah.
But anyway, the meeting.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we all know the ending. The meet and greet was incredible.
Yes.
Like the tubes people. Like, I mean, I've been going to the Olympia for like 6 years. Not you know, that's just not my like type of thing.
Yeah.
So I would just hate it. Like I would hate going. It was just horrible. And then last year was pretty cool, and then this year's like amazing.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, and it's the tubes people, like legitimately like kick-ass people.
Just genuine, real life.
Oh, just ass-kicking people.
Yeah, like, so thank you to everyone who like came up, gave me gifts. It's crazy. Like, right? I honestly felt so special, and that was legit my favorite like meet and greet ever. Like, I just felt so connected with you all because a lot of you I recognize from like commenting on the YouTube channel. Yeah. So it's pretty awesome. Like I felt
huge highlight.
Yeah,
and I hate that kind of stuff. So this is like
and like it's crazy because like fitness goes on first, right? So we have to get up like super early for like makeup and everything, but I'm like one of the last people to leave. I think we left around like 9:45, and there were girls leaving at like 8 o'clock and stuff. I mean, and it's like,
and it was fine because it was weird.
Sure,
I set it up.
Yeah, but I honestly, guys, I appreciate you coming and saying hello to me and Matt, and that really. The meet and greet freaking made my weekend.
Yeah, people were talking about the weenies. Called them the weenies, like you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's freaking amazing. Yeah, so that was cool. Huge highlight.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
sorry, get back on your roll here.
I want to talk to you guys a little bit about like my injury and the diagnosis. Super traumatic. Like, I've been a cheerleader, a gymnast, super active my entire life, lifted crazy ass heavy weight, like squatting, leg press, like everything, deadlifting. And I've never had like a, oh shit kind of moment. And on stage, I've done that tumbling pass a million times. Matt and I literally did it. We went to an EliteFTS and did it 48 hours before. YouTube. Oh yeah, you guys saw it on YouTube. Yeah. So why it went in the routine, God only knows. God has a plan for me. I truly believe that. And I've come to peace with it. It's unfortunate it happened. My dad told me that he watched the routine, and the facial expression I made, he said to me, he was like, "Miss, I've only seen that face on my baby girl like 3 times. And I knew you were in trouble. Like, I knew you really had hurt yourself." Obviously, I kept my composure on stage. But, guys, listen. This knee exploded. Like, it popped. It like, snapped. And the feeling, I don't know. It kind of felt like this. Like, it felt like a rip. Okay? And then I instantly went noodle leg. But because of my practicing, my visualization, my body kept going. Like, my mind and body
wanted to keep going.
Yeah, my mind and body wanted to keep going. Like, I knew in the moment, okay, I'm hurt, but I wanted to keep going in the routine. So I came out of the whip back layout into a back handspring to complete the back tuck to finish the tumbling line. Well, as soon as I did the back handspring, I go for the back tuck. You see, as I'm like leaning down to tuck, I couldn't put any weight on my foot. And that's when I'm like, oh God, my knee. Like, it's serious. So I turned away from the audience and I looked at Bob Chick and I said, Bob, help, help, help. And then Bob ran over and the rest is history. But, you know, people in the comments have been saying like, oh, there should be a gymnastics floor. Oh, you know, this and that. And fitness is on a hard floor. I practice on a hard floor. It was a freak accident. It is what it is. You know, I'm just now.
There's a weird human condition. Like, it's just too morbid, but like people die and then instantly like, oh, what did they, like, for some reason there's this morbid curiosity. How did they die? How did they die? How did they die? Like,
yeah.
Okay, we just literally found out the person passed away 30 seconds ago and everyone needs to know. Well, if someone gets injured, it's like, oh, there has to be something to blame, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. It's not because he's 39, it's cold, right? Whatever. No, it's because it's artificial turf, right? Well, we have to blame something. I don't know, it's like the society we're in. So there's people like too conditioned, you're too, like some people say you're too big. Literally, I've seen you do flips at guest performances 25 pounds heavier than you are there. So anyway, all these things can factor in.
Sure.
But you make the choice, like, right? I just don't like the excuse that you have not made excuses. No. People kind of have like their own agendas and they want to make it out. Fitness has been at these shows for decades.
Yeah.
A ton of fitness people do get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many,
Many fitness pros.
Just
blown ACLs, everything else, right?
Yeah.
It just, man, it sucks. The timing of it is truly cruel.
Yes.
When it happened, truly cruel.
Yeah.
But, you know, if it would have happened 48 hours at that event, you know how cruel that would have been?
That would have sucked.
Yeah. That would have been worse. Blow out a knee at EliteFTS. That would suck too. So there's almost no good time. This might have been, in some ways, about as bad a time as it could be, but there's no good time.
Yeah.
And it's just sports, man. Like, it sucks. It's life, it's sports.
Yeah.
It's how you come back. Stop trying to pin it on. People have their agenda where, like old fitness pros.
Yeah.
Oh, the division's gotten too muscular or too dry, right? It's fucking bodybuilding.
Yeah,
let's fucking go.
Yeah, we want.
Anyway,
freaks.
I don't buy any of that stuff.
Let's go.
Hard floor is fine.
Yeah.
It's no one's fault.
Yeah. So yeah, just a little bit more about like the injury I sustained. So I have a complete tear of my meniscus. If you're familiar with the knee, the meniscus runs up both sides. So both of that is completely torn ACL. We were super worried about my quad because the quad had like atrophied and the swelling in my leg. Like, we went to an Emerge or ER in Orlando, and that was literally the worst hospital I've ever been to in my entire life. And I'm from Canada, so it's like you're waiting 12 hours in an emergency room to see a doctor because healthcare is free. But the Orlando emergency was really bad.
So we had a 5-hour flight. We were trying, so we had to go to the ER to get. We were thinking pain meds. You weren't in that much pain yet?
Because I was still in shock.
Yeah, we knew it was coming. And then we had to get home. So we didn't know, can we fly? And then do we need crutches? So that's really what we went to the ER for.
Yeah.
And then they gave you an ACE bandage.
Yep.
And ibuprofen.
Yep.
No exam. Just like, you got to go see an ortho.
No one even touched my knee.
No, which is fine. Which, whatever. It's an ER. They're just patching you, getting out the door. But we did not know, like, it's as hard as the whole Olympia was.
Yeah.
The next day, where we have to pack, now you've got massive pain.
Massive swelling, too.
5.5-hour flight.
Yeah.
That was a hard day.
That was wild.
Yeah. It was the worst. And we had no Vicodin, nothing that really kills pain. You literally had fucking Advil.
Yeah.
And like an ACE bandage. If you had had this,
I would think it would have been a lot better.
Helped a ton.
Yeah. So on this plane ride, guys, 5.5-hour flight from Orlando to Seattle. I'm in the middle seat. Matt's in the window. not to humble brag, but we were coming home on the Monday, first class, which whatever. But we couldn't upgrade even to first class
No, we
because
just had to get out of there.
the flight was completely booked. So it was tough. I had 2 Jack Daniels on the flight. Didn't help.
I've never seen you order alcohol on the plane.
I've-
Ever.
yeah.
Ever, yeah.
Didn't help. But my legs swelled up probably 4 times the size of my other one. It was really scary. But we made it home.
Yeah.
And-
I literally on the plane.
Yeah.
It's 5.5-hour flight. It's a long flight. No headphones. No entertainment.
Both of us. Yeah, both of us.
I was like, I am just like, I was in so much, like whatever, shock. I don't even know the right word.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. I want no entertainment. This is miserable. I'm gonna sit here and just stare straight ahead.
Yeah, we just got to get home.
Yeah, we just have to get home. Yeah, I mean, when we were wheelchairing you through the airport, the slightest like bump, you would like wince.
I was like
A
dropping
couple times
F-bombs.
you literally were like shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this is like, we got to move on. But then now the next day, so we fly home on Saturday.
Okay.
So Sunday, we're like, oh my, we need more than ibuprofen.
Yeah,
right?
this
like,
is-
she is literally in pain, can't sleep.
Yeah.
Like, this is bad. So we go back to an urgent care here. It's on a Sunday. And they're amazing.
The
She's-
medical field in Washington
Well,
is...
I don't think it's that. It's just what doctor you get.
I don't know, but
no, it's not the city. Orlando's awesome. Like, there's the good doctors in Orlando.
Sure.
We just got one on a Saturday night, super busy, didn't give a shit.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Sunday morning, this person was great. But anyway, so we're walking. Missy's not great on crutches. So she's, hobbling her slow ass to the door. I grab the door, like, right?
Gentlemen.
And here she comes, like hobbling in, super slow. 30 people in the lobby, super busy. Inexplicably. Like, what the fuck? Like, we are taking L's everywhere. As soon as Missy rounds the corner to come in, the automatic door on the other side opens and takes her crutch out. Like, what are the odds? So, down goes Missy. Full thump.
Full send. On the
full
crutches,
send.
like on my face.
Pieces of her crutches are scattering across the lobby. I'm not exaggerating. The people in the lobby, like, it's like people rush for like 5 feet and then stop because she's like moaning.
I'm like
she's in
Peter
pain.
Griffin on the ground, like, ah!
Yeah, seriously, it's bad. So everyone, like, their instinct is to help, but then like, oh shit. Then all
This
the
is a
nursing
liability.
staff,
Yeah,
the doctors,
no one wanted to touch me.
Yeah, it was like, my God, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Then from then it got better, but
Yeah.
truly traumatic week. We got to get to better topics.
Yeah.
'Cause this shit, like PTSD. Yeah. Oh man.
So once we got some painkillers and then we got the swelling down, it started to get a lot better. Matt, you have been a godsend. He has brought my bed downstairs, like taking care of me through
Full bedroom in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was making all my food, making sure I was getting my medicine, taking care of the dogs. Like, babe, you're a fucking rock star.
Well, thank you.
And my rock.
Yes.
And I love you.
Yes. Thank you.
I'm truly blessed. Like, Matt is like everything to me, and I would be like so fucked if it wasn't for him. Like, in layman's terms.
You're like the fittest woman alive, and there's 2 people. Like, I don't know how, like a single 65-year-old with a tornies. I mean, I guess you need like
a nurse or something.
Yeah, because that was unbelievable.
Right. Yeah, crazy. I don't know how people do it because it's very hard on like crutches and the swelling and just taking care of yourself. It's wild. So on to a little bit more positive things here. My surgeon thinks that I'm going to make a full recovery. We've started the prehab process. I've got the swelling down a lot. He wanted to make sure that I can bend my knee at a 100-degree angle. So the first time I had seen him, I was only bending it at like a 60, and I was like dropping F-bombs, like screaming, like, I can't do it. And he's like trying to force my knee, obviously in like a gentle way. He's like, Missy, you need to be able to bend it at 100 degrees before I'll do any surgery. And I was like, okay, like now we have a game plan. Like I know what I need to do.
And it wasn't the meniscus or the torn ACL that was impeding your mobility.
Yeah.
It was like swelling up in your quad.
Yeah.
And so it had basically like her quad shut down.
Yeah.
So we were worried that you tore like your quad or patella or something. So
Yeah.
really once we got the diagnosis, it's crystal clear.
Right.
And then the prehab, she like loosened up your quad.
Yeah.
And now you're like cranking.
Yeah. I learned some prehab exercises from the surgeon's PT, and then I've been seeing my chiropractor, Dr. John, for the last 3 days. I've done sessions with him. So he'll do like a fluid flush on my knee, like a massage type thing. And then we do like resistance type like movements. So we'll use like the band. I'll push against him and then he'll stretch it down. It really hurts. Like it's not fun. I commend everyone who has been through this type of surgery rehab thing. Again, guys, I've never been through it before, and this is very challenging. We are treading in waters that we've never been before.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, I'm a pro athlete. You know, football players go through it, other fitness girls go through it, and it just comes with the territory. So, I'm hopeful that
you are a pro athlete, so it does make, and everyone means well, so I'm not like shitting on people.
Yeah.
But, you know, and you know, you've heard from like literally pro fitness people, you know, Tangi and Christy and, you know, Jody, people who like literally have had like severe injuries, and they're very helpful, kind of on your level type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, the people who are like, oh, Missy, I know where you're coming from. I tore my ACL snowboarding back in '87.
yeah.
Not quite the same thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, keep going. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people have like reached out to me and, you know, given me their advice and everything. So when I had first like seen my surgeon, he said, you know, we have 4 grafts that we can do that you need to consider. So like you and your husband need to talk about things. You can do the hamstring, which will be like a little scar, but it'll make your hamstring a lot weaker. You can do your quad, which will, you know, the quad is very strong, but it will leave a dent in your quad. Scar is small. You could use a cadaver, which is a dead person. So you don't really know which type of ligament you're getting from, like if it's a 70-year-old, if it's a 25, you just don't know. And then you can use your patellar tendon. And how he explained the patellar was, it's like a football player, what they use. It's strong as hell, and my patellar is in really good shape. So in that moment in my head, I was like, oh damn, okay, I'm leaning more towards the patellar. And then he concluded to say the patellar is the worst one to do because
it's for pain.
For pain, yeah, because it's so painful, and the recovery and everything. But I want it to be strong, you know? So I, in my mind, was like, okay, patellar. And then when we got out of there, you were like, what do you think? And I'm like, well, I think patellar. And you were like, I think so too.
Yeah. Now,
so
there's just, you know, everyone on the internet's an expert.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons to all of them.
Sure, yeah.
You know, we've literally heard people like, you are an idiot if you don't do cadaver.
Yeah.
Or my surgery was amazing, I took it from my hamstring. Well, okay, for every 10 people that say that, there's 10 that say something else. So, you haven't decided yet, but you're leaning that way.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make an informed decision about what you do for a living. Right. Your plans for the future. You know, and for you, a couple weeks of extra pain. It's fine. You can get through it.
Totally.
You know, so.
Yeah, and I'm kind of leaning more towards the patellar tendon for that. What else? I think we should get into like some questions.
Okay.
Cool. So
I know you got a lot of questions, which is awesome. I haven't seen most of them, but absolutely, I think skip the 2 biggest questions. But you can't answer yet. Right? When will you compete again?
Yes.
Olympia 24 would be amazing.
Yeah.
If your recovery goes perfect, right? That would be amazing. So, but haven't even had the surgery yet, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's almost impossible. And then, you know, you're blessed, and everyone saw it Friday morning at Prejudge, you have the option to go to a different division. But like, you know, you don't need to make that decision now.
Yeah.
You know, so fitness is like your first love, but if you can't be at the top of your game, you know, I think you will, but is that 24, 25? We don't know. So anyway, can't really answer those yet.
Yeah.
The plan is to be back.
Yes.
What show, what division, we shall see.
We shall
That's part
see.
of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Gotta make the recovery first.
Yeah.
That's most important right now, guys. It's just, you know, following the rehab protocol after surgery. It's gonna be tough. Like, and I think we're gonna make a series out of it. I'm gonna film as much as I can. You know, I'm sure there's gonna be good days, there's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be days that painful days. So, you know, we're treading in waters, like I said, we don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can I make another comment?
Yeah.
Before we get into questions?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a big sports fan. And so when I like talk with my friends, I feel like other sports, maybe not, but I don't know, I feel like people know this, and bodybuilding fans, maybe we got to learn this a little. Like, there's like, if you literally hate someone, not a healthy, but you know, we all have in our lives, whatever. Someone does you wrong, you hate them. That's fine.
Yeah.
In sports, there's it's sports hate. It's different. It's meaningless. Like if I'm talking to my friends, I say, "Oh man, I hate LeBron." Right? LeBron's like first or second greatest basketball player ever. Seems like a great dad. He's been married to his high school sweetheart. I don't literally hate the man. I just don't like him he always has to say his opinion, right? He uses his leverage to like reshape his team and then he bails. I mean, I just don't like the way he is like professionally. So I don't literally hate LeBron, the guy. I just don't like him as a basketball player.
Sure.
Some people in bodybuilding have lost sense of this. Like
we're human, okay?
We're
real
literally
people.
human, and it's a fucking bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
Right? There are people like, oh, and it's obviously the minority, but there are people just taking this stuff way too serious.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
Yeah.
You don't need to maybe comment on people's pages when they just tore their ACL. Like, okay, you hate them. Okay, we get it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right?
Keep it moving.
Both sides. Like, there's no reason for, hey, this is fucking bodybuilding. Right? This is sport, any sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely madness so just relax. It's fun. Have people you root for, have people you root against. That's the whole point of sports. But man.
And we can be like adults about it.
Yeah, and if it gets too far, either as a competitor or a fan, if it gets too far, I mean, you literally have to like check yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you've kind of lost sense. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
There was like a coach there. He's like literally screaming explicit. We don't get into that. We don't have to get into
Yeah,
detail,
yeah,
but,
yeah.
like screaming expletives at you on stage.
Yeah,
Like, he
that was
so
bad.
angry.
That
Like,
was
his
so
anger,
bad.
Like, I know it's the Olympia. I know it's a big deal. I know we've all you guys have put a lot into it. But like, I mean,
Like,
you
bro.
truly lost sense.
Bro, I don't
Any
even know
sense.
you. Yeah.
Right, yeah, you have never met. He literally hates you because of how you appear online or that you have a really small waist. I don't, what does he hate you about? I don't know. Like, really, where does this come from?
Yeah.
It's literally just competition, and he has manifested in himself. No real athlete views it like that.
No.
Patrick Mahomes does not hate like Tom Brady.
Right.
He wants to kick his ass.
Yeah.
He's probably like going to bed like, fuck that guy.
Right.
But he doesn't hate him, you know. So anyway, all right, we can go on. Just relax, people.
Yeah.
It's bodybuilding. It's supposed to be fun. Yeah.
Okay, so a couple questions actually were, how are you mentally?
That's a good one.
Yeah. So,
I'm curious this answer. How are you mentally?
So, to be completely honest, guys, in gymnastics when I was younger, you know, my teens, there were some times, like, certain skills that I would get, like, a mental block in that I couldn't mentally get through. And as I got older and, like, learned my body and, like, trusted myself and my muscles, it was easy. And I could, like psychologically tap into myself and be like, no, girl, you can do this. You know how to do it. You have the skill, you have the conditioning, whatever, you can do it. But right now, you know, being in front of thousands of people, tumbling and then tearing my ACL and meniscus, I mean, that's going to be tough to come back from. So mentally, I'm kind of thinking like, wow, when the time comes when I can start tumbling again, will I be okay? I feel like I'm mature enough in my body that I will be, but it's definitely something that wakes me up at night, you know. I do have like sleepless nights where, you know, obviously I'm in pain, but like I picture my routine, visualizing it, dreaming about it, which I do, but I don't get to finish it. And that's really like disheartening. Like I don't have post-show blues right now because
you never got closure.
I never got closure.
Yeah.
I walked out on stage on Prejudge and everyone knew like, oh wow, Missy changed her physique, which I did. And I was very proud of my package. I was very proud of my fitness routine, you know, the 35 seconds that I did.
Wah, wah,
Wah, wah. Little violin.
I have no doubt. I was saying it won't be hard. It'll be a slow process, but
Yeah.
you're gonna be able to do a cartwheel,
Yeah.
right? Then you're gonna do it right, and pretty soon, like, oh man, this feels great.
Look at you, cartwheel.
I have zero. That's the only thing I know. You know, then you're gonna be back in the garage doing your handstands, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
pretty soon, like it's a process, and I don't know when this will happen. I'm super confident, 100% confident that you will flip again, confidently with no. But and what I was worried about is like if there was gonna come a time where you can't train. But actually, I didn't know anything really about the rehabilitation of ACL. Like right now, they want you to do stuff. They're
Yeah.
like push, push, push.
Yeah.
Then there's like a short window, or not short, like, you know, weeks or months window where you really have to be careful lower body, but you can absolutely train your upper body.
Right.
I mean, so you're gonna have like your purpose.
So we're gonna blast the out of my
Yeah.
upper.
You're gonna be so jacked. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like lots of bread. No.
So, you know, I mean, that's what I was like. So you're gonna have an outlet.
Yeah.
In hard days for sure. Pain's coming, but
Yeah. Yeah. So mentally, like, guys, I'm good. I really appreciate everyone reaching out to me. I have an amazing support with my husband, couple close friends, and my tubes. You guys honestly keep me motivated. And I am gonna vlog this like recovery series. I think it's important because I've given you guys like my whole life for the last 3 years, 3 years. Like just kind of
sporadic, but yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, I try
Yeah,
to like
for sure.
do the weekly uploads and everything, and I just really appreciate everyone following along because it's like it's a journey. You guys who watch like the weekly vlogs see the work I'm putting in. The people who don't like follow me, just see me on stage, are kind of like, they don't know the work that I do, that I put in, the sacrifices I make, the sacrifices you make for me, and just like what we do. So again, guys, fucking thank you. Like, I really appreciate you.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool. You should continue to do the YouTube vlogs.
Yeah.
There might be a period where it's not every week. No one wants to see you lying in bed.
Hobbling around.
You know, popping Oxycontin. I mean, that's not a great video. But, you know, once you're back, like, training, you know, I think I think it's cool. Even if, who cares about, like, how many views and, you know, we talk about it on Instagram. No, just fucking post it.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You know? So,
I gotta say something. Papa Oxy, I'm sweating. Woo!
I have no idea what that means.
I think it's a rap song. I don't know.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, guys, so I'm good mentally. Thank you. And I know that
For 4 or 5 days post,
I was
we
a
have a
mess.
couple times to each other, like, we just got to get through today.
Yeah.
It was
Hour
like,
by hour.
Yeah, but yeah, and once you got the diagnosis, it's really flipped.
Yeah. And I know there's like outlets out there, you know, therapy and stuff. If I need to exhaust those efforts, I will. But right now I feel really good. A lot of questions about if I'm gonna go to women's physique or figure. Again, I'm not sure. Like I want to focus on my recovery. I think that's most important right now. Another couple questions I've gotten is, how has your diet changed from contest prep, and are you reversing out of it? So I am reversing out of it, obviously, because I can't move. I can't do my cardio. I keep my cardio really high as I reverse out of shows, but guys, I legit can't even fucking walk around.
You can now walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my stage weight, I believe, was 120. Was it 125?
Around there.
Around 125. And I think this morning I was like 135. So I'm up, obviously, a lot, but what can you do? You know, I'm still eating the same food that you guys have seen me eat, but I've added in more carbs. So for example, the meal where I would do like my chicken meatballs, peas and carrots, and like 3 ounces of rice. Now I've switched the 3 ounces of rice to 6 ounces of potatoes. So I've just slowly started to increase the carbs, and now I've started to increase fat as well. I feel healthy. I feel good. When I'm not in pain, I can like pretty much sleep through the night. So that's been really good. And I'm just trying to really stretch this reverse prehab into surgery as long as I can. But it's hard. Like, it's really hard, but I'm doing the best I can. So another question we got is, I was really surprised at the placings at the Olympia. I would love to hear Matt's thoughts on Taylor getting second. It's a bodybuilding show.
Oh, interesting.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, totally. I don't know why they want me. Maybe they think I'm coming in hot. Not going to be the case, but okay.
I love Taylor.
She's amazing.
Taylor is
amazing.
It is awesome. Like, her skills are crazy. I even told her backstage, like before routines happen, I said, like, girl, listen, it's gonna be me and you, like 1 and 2, baby. And I okay, so anyway, sorry, continue.
No, I'd rather hear your thoughts, but I appreciate the person that asked me. The only person, I was before I make my actual meal statement, honestly, the only person who had, in my opinion, who has a real like gripe about the results is Jody Bowe. Jody Bowe was second in physique. What do you think about this? She was second in physique. And I mean, I do think there was a gap between you and her.
Yeah.
But then there was a gap between her and everyone else. I mean, her physique is amazing.
I've never.
And if people think, I feel like anything I talk about, people are going to be like, "Oh my God, you're biased, right?" Because my wife is fucking competing. I've never spoken to Jody Bowe.
Yeah.
I don't follow her on Instagram. I don't know how. Like, she's been at Olympia before.
Yeah.
She was at this Olympia. Somehow we've never seen her, or at least when you and I are together. Yeah. Like, I feel like I have at least some interaction with like most of the fitness girls.
Yeah.
Not all, but not with her. I don't know why. But anyway, so I have no horse in this race.
Yeah.
Man, she absolutely. Her routine was good.
Yeah.
Her physique was insane. How she did not get top 5, no idea.
Yeah.
But going back to and I'll touch a little on the Taylor thing, but I don't talk about. I used to 4 or 5 maybe years ago. To me, it was like more of like a sport, like a football player. You could say like, oh, this person sucks, this person's great. You know, I don't look at not only fitness that way, I don't look at bodybuilding that way. I think I'm too in the mix. I see how hard you have to work. I see how hard it is. You can diet for like 16 weeks. And if you mess up the last 24 hours, you go on stage a little soft. And then people are like, well, why didn't that girl diet harder? Well, that's not the case. She worked her ass off. So anyway, I don't critique it that way. So, you know, anyway, I don't give my commentary on who I think was good or bad. Yeah. I think Jody got a little screwed. I think Taylor could absolutely, and again, it is a bodybuilding show.
Yeah.
Taylor's like a rookie. And if you look at, she tied on the physique round. I really like fitness. Like, I look at the scorecards.
Yeah.
Like, right, even when you're not there.
Yeah.
Like, the Arizona Pro. I'm like, you know.
You're analyzing.
Like, Allison beat Tiffany in this physique round. You know, and I'm, like, into this stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm, like, a fan of fitness. I see how hard these girls work. I think it's an awesome division. Like, Taylor and Amber tied in physique round. This is how hard, and I'm not knocking either one at all. They're both great. Taylor and Amber tied in physique round. Did you know this?
Yes.
They have vastly different physiques.
Yeah.
Like, put those two together, put them on stage, these two tied. And it isn't like, you know, it's just, there's a couple judges that are viewing what they want fitness physiques to look like.
Amber,
Wildly
very
different.
conditioned and very muscular. Taylor, very good shape and lean,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. So, but
Very different.
very different than they tied.
Yeah.
So again, it is a bodybuilding show. I don't think they should lessen. I don't think they should change the scoring. I think it should stay 2/3, 1/3. So I think it should be mostly routine.
Yeah. I
don't-
disagree. I think it should be 50-50.
All right,
Sorry.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
50-50 is fine, but
Yeah.
I don't think they should change it.
Yeah.
But again, it is a bodybuilding show. So do I think like Taylor is like the future? Yeah, but I think it's like, it should be like 3-4 years out. I think there seems to be a big push to maybe make it faster.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta remember, it's a bodybuilding show. Like, let her get there. Her shape is crazy.
Yeah.
Her posing's good. She shows zero fear.
Yeah.
Her skills are insane.
So agile.
Yeah, I mean, she's incredible.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have no problem with any of the scoring.
Yeah.
Taylor was second or third. I totally see why. It's because she smokes on her routines.
Yep.
I wish we could have analyzed. I think your routine was going to be incredible. So, you know, would you have gotten 1s or 2s? Because your routine was great.
Right.
Right? I'm not knocking anything.
Yeah.
You know, and then that changes like the whole mix.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, I don't get into the judging. Everyone like talks about like how bodybuilding is subjective. Yes, it is. I'm very contrarian in a lot of ways when I think about things, and so they kind of like shit on judges. And judges don't have like a horse necessarily in the race,
Right.
You know, so if you think you got screwed at your local competition, you know, I think for the most part that's ridiculous. And the fact that it is subjective, I think judges get it right 98% of the time.
I agree.
You know,
Do you think with
bodybuilding's
all the
hard.
other divisions they got it right?
Well, look, I mean, yeah, that's a great. Like you look at 212, right? Keon and Sean.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like Amber and Taylor, like wildly different physiques.
Yeah.
Sean looks like Ronnie Coleman, but just in a shorter package.
Right.
He's dense as hell. He's super muscular. Keon is like, not like Keon doesn't have a ton of muscle. He does. He's bigger, and then has crazy shape, tiny waist. So I was there watching 212.
Yeah.
When they walked out, I think Keon is light years better.
That was that
And
was
Keon
something
looks
to
insane,
see.
and I like
Yeah.
the shape part of it, right? I really value that in all the divisions. I like someone with like a small waist. I think it looks aesthetically better. But
Yep.
then you see people talking afterwards, and I saw people post like, "Oh, Sean clearly won."
Yeah.
Fucking subjective. So the judges are sitting there looking at two people that do not look alike. They're just both bodybuilders that weigh less than 212 pounds. They're crazy different,
Right.
and they got to decide. So anyway, I think the judges do a great job. And I think they're right. I think fans kind of like, it's so easy to say, oh, subjective, so my guy got screwed.
Right.
Like Derek versus Hani. Like, people are like, oh my God, he got robbed. Come on, that was 51-49 one way or the other. Those two were close.
Yeah.
So you just got to take it.
Yeah.
You know?
Come back better. You
yeah,
know, make
yeah.
improvements. Come back better.
And I think Derek won, but
Yeah.
yeah, but
I
I know
do
it was
too.
close. And if
I do
Hani
too.
beat him, I mean, I get why. The guy, it's not like he was out of shape.
Yeah.
You know, he's the defending champ. But I mean, I thought Derek was better. Anyway.
Quick question here. Do you only coach for fitness category? No, I coach all divisions, men and women. www.missytruscott.com. You can set up a phone consultation with me and then fill out the form, and I would love to help you. What else we got here? With your busy schedules, is intimacy still prioritized in your relationship? I love that question. I love it.
Hasn't been our greatest 2 weeks.
We made do. Come on, we made do.
We made
Couple times.
Man, we got.
It's a
We
challenge.
made
but
do. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, man, things are good. You make things a priority. What you want it to be a priority.
Totally.
So yeah, we're good on that front.
Yeah.
Am I getting red? Like, I don't know. It's not even an embarrassing question. I just know, like, man, we got a lot of people watching this.
What
and we
about-
sometimes learn?
What about like when I was like deep in prep? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it tails off a little,
yeah.
but like,
I think it's important to, like, obviously there's times when you want to be like spontaneous and stuff like that with your partner. But I do think it's important to like make a plan. Like, if you're not feeling it and you're not into it, don't let your partner feel that like sense of rejection, you know? Like, give them the option, like, hey babe, like, you know,
yeah,
you good?
yeah.
Let's roll, you know? Or am I saying it right? I don't want it to come across as like weird, but I do think it's important that you guys are like both on the same page. So be very open and be super communicative. Is that the word?
Communicative, yeah.
Communicative with your partner, like your needs, you know? It's important.
Yeah. Bodybuilding's not the. I mean, if two people are having issues with intimacy, it's not bodybuilding's fault.
No.
You know, you can make it work.
Yeah.
You know, and everything. There's like peaks and valleys, but
Yeah.
no, I think our intimacy is fine.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
It might be on the back burner for a bit with this brace, babe.
What a funny question.
Oh shit, now girls are gonna message you.
About what?
Don't be going on his DMs.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
right.
kidding.
I don't envision that, but okay.
Oh shoot, that's funny. All right, you think that's enough questions?
Yeah, can I have one? Hey, I want one,
Yeah.
like 1 point. This is like a freaking half-baked idea.
Mm.
How good would this be? I was watching, I was reading like some like power poll in the NFL. And I'm, you know, there's certain like headlines that get you every time. It's a power poll. I always read stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why doesn't bodybuilding have rankings?
Ah, yeah,
Okay, so you have like the top 20.
yeah,
All right, so now think how cool this would be. It couldn't be some like YouTube guy, because then it's just for clicks.
yeah,
And it can't be like a Generation Iron, which not that. It has to be like
Yeah.
the IFBB.
oh
It
yeah,
has to be like high ranking, like
Yeah.
where it's like, you know, like judges or, you know, high level people, people without an agenda. And there's like a top 20. So now like Oksana wins the Olympia. Does she go to 1? Is she 2? You know, Ariel won the Arnold, but lost to Oksana at the Olympia. Is she 2 or 3?
right.
I mean, think how good this would be.
That'd be cool.
Right? And then the people would have something they could argue about.
Right.
Like college football does this.
Yeah.
It may be like, who cares who's 13th? Well, freaking fans of North Carolina care because
Yeah.
they're 13th.
Or
And it
Oksana's
creates-
fans care.
Right,
Yeah.
care if they're 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
The athletes would certainly care. If you're sitting at 7th, you know who's at 6th.
Right.
It might make people compete more. Like open bodybuilders don't compete a lot, right? The
Yeah.
top pros don't compete as much as probably they should.
Yeah.
Divisions like fitness, which aren't super deep, need people to compete. It would be great if people competed more.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they like a top 20 rank, say tell me why I'm wrong here. A top 20 because look, like in college football, the college football playoff comes out,
Yeah.
people lose their fucking mind. Like every week, there's like a TV show about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people are like, oh my God, how is freaking Oregon not ahead of Washington? And then people say, well, Washington beat. Like, there's just arguments about it all the time.
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't really matter because it all sorts itself out.
Yeah.
Well, bodybuilding's the same way. It won't matter because it sorts itself out on stage. But fans like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It gives you content to actually talk about. Anyway.
People
Top
are gonna want
20.
you to do it.
I'll do it. I can handle fitness. I can do a top 20 on fitness right now.
Oh my God, I love it.
I can literally do a top 20 of fitness. Open bodybuilding, I got. Fitness, I got. Man, figure I got no chance.
You're good at classic. You could do classic.
It's 20 though. It needs to be deep.
Yeah.
Like bikini, I know like 10. Classic, I know 10. Figure I don't even know 10.
Yeah.
Physique-
Figure you might know some more.
I don't think so. Oh, well, yeah, if you throw your hat in the ring, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, top 20. It comes out like once a month.
Yeah.
People that start looking forward to it coming out.
Babe, that's cool.
Yeah, like if now you're hurt, so you're out of the mix for a while, you start dropping rankings a little. I'll tell you, it's real life. It's real life.
Yeah,
Teams, college football
true.
teams take a bye. They
Yeah.
sometimes get, you got to compete.
I'm
man.
on the
Pro sports.
IL list.
Yeah. Now, frankly, you wouldn't be competing anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if you might have done the Arnold, but you probably wouldn't have. So you wouldn't fall a ton. But anyway, bodybuilding needs this.
Yeah.
Right now we got like shitty pages on YouTube that are just gossipy.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's too negative. It's too freaking negative. Have
Right.
like an arbitrary person who's into each division, like an expert on the division.
Yeah.
And there's rankings. Maybe with like a couple sentences why.
I love that.
How good would that be?
That would be sick.
Every IFBB pro would be freaking up the down, like refresh.
Yeah.
Like if it came out the third Tuesday of the month, they're like getting up.
Yeah.
Instagram would be buzzing,
Yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments, guys,
Andrew
if you want to
Jack
see
would
that.
be like wanting to pass Hunter and,
Yeah.
be incredible. Anyway.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Let's make this happen.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Top 20 in each division. Yeah, why is this not? They're trying to like make it like these rivalries, like wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, but really,
I love wrestling, but I'm
I
not
do too.
doing
But
that.
wrestling's fake.
Yeah.
So these are two actors pretending they have beef.
Right.
So that, and like UFC, obviously, or boxing, when it's like a one-on-one sport, it plays well. But we all know it for the 9 out of 10 times it's bullshit.
Yeah.
They're just faking the beef to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding, it's really hard when you know that person's dieted for 60. I mean, some of you guys have rivalries, but like, shit, it's a subjective sport, which we just talked about.
Yeah.
You don't know how your final 24, 48 hours are going to go. You
Right.
don't know about injuries. You don't so it's kind of a hard sport to like, be like beef.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the press conference.
I
and
don't
it's
play
like,
that way. That's
it's like cringe. You have the physique guys who are these are the best people at the press conference.
Yeah.
They're talking about who like unfollowed my Instagram. I'm like, this is the worst beef I've ever seen. This is like high school beef. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
ex-girlfriend type
Pro
shit.
bodybuilders professional bodybuilders can't do like pro wrestling like that. They're trying to get that type of rivalry.
Yeah.
No, make it like where the fans can be in it. Top 20 would work.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Let's
Make this happen.
Let's
Tell
make
me
it
why in the comments if that is not a good idea. I don't see the downside.
Yeah.
That's a way to promote the sport.
Yeah.
Ideally, there's other ways, but that's like to me a really good, easy one.
Well, you're gonna have to make an Instagram page, babe.
Fitness top 20. Then people find out it's me. People find out it's me and just
You're gonna get death threats. You're gonna get death threats.
No, I'll lie and say I get death threats. Leave me alone, I'm getting death threats. Oh my god, this is a good ending. We got a good laugh.
Yeah.
That means we end it.
So, guys, it is November 17th. Black Friday is coming. We're going to have a huge Axe and Sledge Black Friday. We're going to have an AAR Black Friday. You want to make sure to follow me like in my YouTube community and on Instagram because I'm going to post like when all of this stuff goes live.
The AAR stuff is insane.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I have a big box actually right there of all the new Axe and Sledge clothing that's coming out for Black Friday. So make sure you set your alarms. I'll let you know the times and use code Missy to save. Support your favorite fitness athlete. And guys, I again appreciate all the support. You guys following me this long. I'm sorry we didn't pull out the W, but I honestly feel like I would have won. So I'm not mad about it,
Hey, you are mad about it.
Yeah, I'm mad about it, but
Hey, you get to write your own story. In hindsight, you
Yeah.
could make this like this is the ultimate,
yeah,
you don't know. It's your story's being written.
yeah,
You can make it have a positive ending.
yeah. I'm trying to be
Like if
positive,
you quit
guys.
now, it's the worst ending ever.
Right.
Right. You literally hit the pinnacle of your career, and then blew out your ACL. That's a horrible story.
Yeah.
But man, if you could get another one,
yeah.
oof. That's epic.
Yeah, we're gonna keep rocking, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. You guys are awesome. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you for the support, and we're gonna catch you in our new series.
Oh shit! This is new to me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch you in the new series,
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat.
The Road to Recovery.
There you go. That's it. We need something better than that.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Hey, it's your YouTube. Go for it. The Road to Recovery.
We'll think of a new name, but it's going to be something along those lines.
Yeah.
Guys, again, I appreciate all the support. I want to come up and give you a hug and a kiss, but I can't do it, so I'm going to do it with my foot.
Here you go. No.